We are going with the giant glass of wine. If I could have gotten a bigger one, like the picture on the logo of Wine Wednesday or Wednesday Wine, I would have done that today. I had a rough day at work. And then, well, you see what's going on behind me on the TV. And we had booked a national correspondent. And of course, he has to go somewhere. And I said, he has to go to DC. And I said to myself, Self, you could do this alone, or you could call upon the person who always makes you smile and laugh and who will say more inappropriate things than you will. And then both of you can get in trouble together. Ladies and gentlemen, my boo, my little bro, comedian, sports anchor, amazing guy, Pat Tomasulo.
Yeah. To the rescue. You say to yourself, there's only one guy who can replace a national news correspondent and make sense of it all. And you were like, should I call Bill Curtis? No. Should I call Larry Potash? No. Who am I going to call? I'm going to call Tomasulo, because he's the one who can make sense out of all of this. Why do you have the damn TV still on? You should turn that off if it's driving you nuts. That's what I did. I turned it off.
So I stopped looking at Facebook. Like, I don't mind looking at the reporters' coverage on Channel 9, but the Facebook, and then we were watching some of the cable shows, and when they start with the opinion part of it, and the anchors start, I've covered DC so long, and this is how I feel. I'm like,
Are you saying that you got off Facebook because you didn't think there would be reliable information or civil discourse on there? Is that what you're saying?
I think I am.
Is that, boy, that is just wacky.
Patricio, what is with the sign behind you that is almost neon?
With this one? Oh, wait, wrong way.
No, that one.
That's for my soon-to-be launched podcast right there. And for the wall art, it's the greatest picture ever taken. Turned into street art. Right there.
Oh my God, Fat Pat.
Yeah, Fat Pat. So we're gonna do this thing real soon. I wanted to do it like months ago, and you would have thought I had nothing else to do during a pandemic.
I would say.
But this, I've been busy doing other stuff and trying to get this damn sign made took me 2 months. And then to get this graffiti art took me another month.
Plus you have to save the money for it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to soundproof the room because I got 45-foot ceilings in here. And I had to twist Amy's arm into sitting here and being my co-host for this thing because we don't let anybody in the house, So and I don't want to do it like this is fun to do, but I don't want to listen to a podcast with somebody over Zoom. I want crisp, clear audio.
Okay, I was just going to tell you.
So I said, listen, woman, if you're not letting anybody in the house, your ass is going to sit there and let me just run material on you, because I do that anyway. So just sit down with me for 45 minutes, and it's been delightful.
You know what? You take care of her, but she has a cross to bear too.
You're damn right she does. You're damn right she does. Listen, I know you don't feel well. Just sit there and laugh at me. That's all I'm asking.
Because laughing doesn't hurt you.
Just be it does, and that's the worst part.
I know.
Just be a warm body, because I was doing them by myself, and I'm in here ranting, raving. I need somebody to direct, not personally, but I need somebody to direct my vitriol towards so that they can absorb some of it, and, we can banter a little bit.
I honestly do that with my guests. That's why I didn't want to do this alone today. Because, I can get through the intro and whatever, but I'm like, I want to have this back and forth with somebody, have a conversation. And I actually enjoy, like, let's say when Sweary Mary laughs behind the camera, because I'm like, oh, that was funny. That worked.
Yeah, that
and
must be
I had the same conversation with my spouse. I said, you don't want to let producer Natalie in here to shoot these YouTube videos and so on and so forth?
It's on you. Yeah. Now, unlike you, I'm not going to regularly schedule any guests to come on my podcast because that's just too much damn work. That's why I have her. I'm going to be like, you two, you just sit there and I'll pontificate. I can rant with the best of them. I don't know if you know this about me. But
no, I don't think that's why I asked you to come on this today.
Yeah, I need somebody to just sit there and be my sounding board.
Okay, so here's my question. Did you, because I took a nap and then woke up and the world had collapsed. I love when that happens.
Yeah.
Right? Did you take a nap and woke up and were you like?
I'm not a napper anymore. I cut out naps out of my life because I can get a full uninterrupted night of sleep. I don't have children. You have children, so you have to go to bed some nights at 11 o'clock. Not this guy. I take the dog out at 8 o'clock and it's curtains. So I don't do the nap anymore. It's very counterproductive for me. But no, I was doing my thing on here and working, and I got to find a way to disable those Apple News alerts.
Oh, you do. You have to.
Because that, I haven't gotten around to that, and that's what says the news bulletin, people are storming the Capitol building. I said, oh, I should see what's going on here, and then I did, and then, what a mess.
What a mess. And then my husband starts watching it kind of like a sports show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, we better watch this.
Yeah.
Now, I am not surprised because I live with a man who's been forecasting some kind of disaster.
Yeah.
Like I can't, my husband bought a lot of toilet paper in August and then we got screwed in March.
I have to ask, then you can continue. I don't want to cut you off.
No.
That was a lot of goddamn toilet paper. Are you guys through that whole stockpile?
The original.
If so, that
the original
really says a lot about
his colon, not mine.
Well, he ain't using all that on his own.
Because you
know
us intimately like that.
Yeah.
And he is the one who uses the most. Hence he's so worried about that ending.
Let's stay on the topic, but go off of it a little bit.
It's important.
What's his routine with the wipe? Does he just do the dry TP?
Wait a minute. Somebody's asking where the national correspondent is because you and I are talking about wiping our butts. The national correspondent the national correspondent had to postpone because he had to cover something that's going on in DC.
Yeah.
No biggie, Smalls. Here we go.
Does he use a Cottonelle wipe? Does he apply anything to the toilet paper, or is he just using straight toilet paper?
No, a combo of wipes and toilet paper.
Yeah, you got to.
You've had this discussion with him before.
Yeah, well, I've not had it with him on a live stream, though, for other people to enjoy.
No, thankfully he's too busy with work to come out and kill the both of us.
Yeah. Listen, I'm with him. I have a much.
I know.
Listen, me, I'm like a Navy SEAL operation back there. He's an amateur compared to me. I got a whole routine.
Yes, but you also have disposable income because you don't have kids.
Yeah, that's true. That is
true. You can invest.
I think about that a lot. Huh?
You can invest.
Yeah. Yeah.
My problem is that he has taught our children to use wipes, and those are expensive. And the kids go to public school, and when they first went to school, and then they went to other people's houses, they're like, they don't have wipes. I'm like, what are you, the queen?
They don't have the wipes at public school, right? They got that one-ply.
The one-ply, and then a lot of people don't use the wipies.
But you know what? You can use a ton of that because at the schools, they have those big industrial-strength toilets. In our first the apartment we rented when we first moved to Chicago, it was in a relatively nice high-rise, nothing too fancy. But they had industrial toilets which made no sense. But I'm guessing because it was a great big high-rise.
It was really tall.
If you get your hand too close, you're just going to suck your arm down. But then you didn't have to worry about how much you used. Anyway.
So our toilets, just so you know, when we moved to this place that we bought, they were so slow because we've been living in high rises and renting, and we never had a problem. But these toilets, so we have them at the highest sucking potential.
Yeah. And how's that working out for you?
Firefighters have a problem with wipes. Look, we clog the firehouse toilets with dude wipes.
Well, that's because there's like 80 of them, and they're there all the time.
Exactly, and they eat heavy meals.
And they eat.
Yeah, they have a lot of time to just wait.
I always go to the grocery store. I do our shopping every Sunday morning, and there's always some fire guy who's been sent, and he's got like 72 dozen eggs and like 18 gallons of milk, and I'm like, well, you guys aren't
70
worried about
pounds of
cholesterol,
ground
huh?
meat,
Right, bacon,
oh.
yeah. Oh yeah, you guys must be doing keto. That's why you're getting
have you tried that? Because you look really skinny right now.
No, I'm carrying a lot of weight right now, actually.
No, you're
I
not.
started the whole, I am. I don't fit in any of my clothes. I'm telling you right now. You know where I carry it? In my ass and my hips. I'm very
Italian. You're very Italian.
I got those thick thighs and the big fat ass, and that's where I'm carrying it right now. I got to lose 10 pounds. I'm not going to show you because I look great from this angle. I can't believe
that guys get weight on their butt. Do you have like a J-Lo butt now?
No, it's not big. It's just thick. I got thick thighs. I think it was from wrestling and running and meatballs. But I got thick thighs. You know, they'll go down. I do the whole 30. That's what I like when I want to cut everything out. That's and like no processed stuff, no dairy, no beans, no bread, no. That's easy for me to do.
How do you get your fiber? How do you get your fiber?
Leafy greens.
Oh, leafy greens.
But you're right. I need to be getting more fiber. Being that I thought of that today.
Listen, after I had my first colonoscopy, 2020.
Yeah.
I needed more fiber. I needed.
Oh yeah. What did you have? What do they call it? Diverticuli that were needed to be. What was your?
They told me I have it, but it's not like the pockets are there, but they're not a problem yet. And I had one polyp removed.
Oh.
Yeah, but I told the doctor, I need help.
Why didn't you call me? I would have driven you. You drove me to mine.
People don't know that, and I didn't want to say that, but I picked up Pat Tomasulo. I picked up Pat Tomasulo.
Do you remember the first thing I did when I got in the car?
You ordered food.
Yeah.
An obscene amount of food.
Yeah, I was miserable. I think I ordered 2 sandwiches, 2 honey butter fried chicken sandwiches. You know what's miserable about that? The prep. What's miserable specifically about it, it's not all the duty. That's whatever.
No, the duty I'm okay with.
It's the last 6 hours where you're shivering uncontrollably because you're dehydrated.
Oh my God, Pat, I'm gonna
about that.
You're not going to believe it, but this Sunday I have on my YouTube channel, I'll have the lessons I learned from my colonoscopy, the 5 things not to do when you're getting ready for one.
Yeah.
Because I remember I also got mine during the pandemic. So they weren't scheduling anything first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Which you had yours in the afternoon. Why?
Oh, yeah. I had to take 2 days off of work because of that stupid thing.
Awful.
I haven't had chicken broth since, I can tell you that. Or lime jello.
And then all my friends, like one of our engineers who has to get it very often, he says that his doctor tells him to do, I think it's milk of magnesia or Colace and Gatorade. Not mine. Mine was old school.
Yeah. Boy, this is definitely not the conversation.
It's taking a turn. It's taking a turn. But we're getting older. Are you 40 yet?
I am.
You're so mature. So mature.
You know, a good day for the Carhartt and Oakley.
Oh boy, Tomasulo.
What? Oh boy, there he is. Hey, there he is.
Do you guys have anything to talk about other than things going in, what happens in the track, and then what happens leaving?
Listen, we've grown older together, Tomasulo and I.
Yeah.
And
the entrance of the tunnel. And
we're just comparing.
It's like you're going on the Lincoln Tunnel. Like you're going into Manhattan. Yeah. You are a car going into Manhattan. Manhattan is like the toilet.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he's saying. What does he mean?
He says that we should stop discussing our colon. Come on.
You know what? People are going through these things in their day.
Oh, no, because that's a video. Look at this. It was half off at Walgreens, but I don't know about this because we're a charming family.
You gonna get some of that influencer money from putting the toilet paper on your?
I can't be an influencer.
In name alone, you can't be. But you're influencing me right now.
Am I influencing you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Pat, did you have all the meats, all the Italian meats for Christmas?
Well, I didn't have all the Italian meats, but I did have a good number of Italian meats. It was just me and Amy this year.
Right.
So I didn't get like, usually I make it a meat and cheese tray for like 8 people. This year it was just the 2 of us, but I had a nice assortment of meats and cheeses, and we ate them for days on end and made sandwiches and made all sorts of fun things. I cooked like a maniac over this break. Yeah, I cooked.
But cutting those cold cuts is not cooking.
No, I don't. No, you roll them. I don't cut them. I made pasta.
From scratch?
No, not from scratch, but I made bucatini amatriciana. You had that in Rome, right? Did you have that in Rome, amatriciana?
Mm-hmm.
That might be the most perfect pasta dish. I'm convinced. Phenomenal.
I've been having really weird dreams about being at the beach and traveling.
Yeah.
And someone interrupting it constantly.
Oh, that's terrible. Where were you in the dream?
In Puerto Rico.
Were you at like visiting family?
No, I was with my husband at a hotel by ourselves and at the beach.
That's odd though that you would think of. That'd be like me thinking of being in Hazlitt, New Jersey with Amy. Like that. I can safely say I've never dreamed of being at the Ramada Inn on Route 86 in Hazlitt. The one that shares a parking lot with a Manhattan bagel.
No. But I've heard there are parts of Jersey that are beautiful. Are you not?
There are, just not the town I lived in. If you drive 20 minutes from where I live, there's a lot of beauty.
Yeah.
But if you like strip malls and people who look like they were in Goodfellas, my town is the town for you.
So Pat, when I started living in Chicago and I would go to Puerto Rico, especially when I started working at GN, people would be like, "Why did you bring me back?" And I'm like, from Puerto Rico? I went home to see my parents. Yeah. My husband will be like, "We have to bring things back from people." I'm like, does my friend Kate bring people souvenirs from Valpo?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she should. Bring you back a region burger, something.
No, and so Steve makes me bring like treats for people.
I'll never ask you to bring me anything.
I'm not going on vacation. I'm going to go for what you do in Jersey. Go see your parents, help drive them around, hang out with you.
Yeah.
Hang out with my brother and all that. But all I want to be in an air-conditioned apartment.
When was the last time you were in Puerto Rico?
A year ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want
a year ago. It didn't hit me hard until today because today's Three Kings Day.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah. So it's a big celebration in Puerto Rico. And a friend of mine sent me this beautiful music. And I'm at the drive-through line at the Dunkin' Donuts. And I'm like crying. And I'm like, well, there it is. I needed a good cry.
Is Three Kings Day bigger than Christmas?
It was bigger than Christmas when I was growing up.
Really?
Or a little before. I would say, and people may correct me, but in Spain and in Mexico, it is a bigger deal. In Puerto Rico, Santa Claus took like a bigger role, and then the kings, we tell the kids that the kings are poor, so.
Oh, so they're not expecting much.
Right.
That's a good way to get them to manage their expectations.
Listen.
Did you believe in Santa Claus when you were growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody at the station could believe me that my parents never let me believe in Santa Claus.
Do you know, Bruce, we're going to get to this Bears question because I like to annoy Pat.
Yeah.
But listen, Gerald Jackson, our engineer, didn't allow it either because him and his wife wanted all the credit.
Same deal.
to know that they spent. My mother would have loved that because my mom, if we would have complained, if like my niece would complain about a gift, my mom would be like, ella no sabe todo el trabajo que yo pasé.
Exactly.
And I'd be like, Mom.
Yeah.
Your parents didn't let you?
No, they wanted credit for the gifts. That was A. And B, they were super religious. They thought Santa Claus was a devil. So it was kind of twofold. We're just peeling back layers of the onion now about my childhood.
So what do they do with the grandkids?
Oh, they got to believe in Santa Claus. Yeah.
But did your brother keep them away?
I think that may have been one of the only rules that they respected that my brother laid down for their relationship with his kids. So no, I don't think they interfered. Not that I know of.
Good. Plus, they don't live like right next door.
No, they live far away now.
So my mother. So when my niece found out, she was about 11, and she tells my mother, "Oh, I found out," and my mother goes, "Gracias a Dios, because I thought you were dumb at 11 years old thinking that."
What's too old? How old do both of your kids? Does Alex still believe in Santa?
But he's 7.
He's 7.
But he's questioning it, and he told me, "Is it you? Because last year the Santa Claus gifts weren't that good."
So you say some gifts are from Santa and some gifts are from you and Steve.
I do.
Oh, from so you want the credit too?
From my family, not from us, but from my family.
Okay.
Because I think it's important that he knows that his aunt in Florida sent something, and his tia in Puerto Rico, and my mom needs the credit.
Yeah. Is there a Hanukkah gift giver, or is that?
No.
I never thought that there was, but I just wanted to be sure and make sure I'm informed and awesome.
Yeah, no, there is not a giver, and they want you to know that it's not their Christmas. But if you ask my husband, he thinks the celebration started to compensate.
Right.
Because he comes from a Jewish family that wasn't into it.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have it. Deal with it.
Right. Yeah, none of my Jewish friends growing up were really all that into it either, but I think that's kind of shifted over the years.
You don't understand how svelte you look. You must be sitting on a big butt because you look fantastic.
I like your logo. Little AB. It's very flirty.
I have a brand now.
I'm aware. I see.
Look at the red. That's my red.
I'm subscribed.
That's my red. I just want you to know that red was invented for me.
Oh, isn't that special? Well, for the amount you're paying those people, they better.
What are you having for dinner?
I had dinner already. I eat early. I go to bed early, so we eat early. What time is it? It's like 5:30. Who eats this late? We had a nice crock pot, Whole30 Indian recipe chicken. It was delicious.
That sounds good. But see, both of you are doing it at the same time, right?
Well, that doesn't always happen, though. Eating or cooking?
The cooking. Like, she will eat your keto diet or your whatever, your Whole30?
Well, she will for most of the time. But she doesn't eat, she eats only for dinner what I eat. The rest of the day, that woman is shoving a slab of chocolate cake down her face every day. We got a new bakery. Anna, you don't even know.
Where?
I think you have some kind of insight into my wife's dessert habits and her
food habits.
Literally, the woman used to eat a baseball helmet-sized sundae every single night for dessert. And I'm talking, this damn thing was like a full pound and a half. And she eats one of those every night, and she's got a 6-pack. And now she's moved on to cake. There's a bakery that listen, if you're in the neighborhood and you're in the Roscoe Village, there's this place. And anybody listening right now, because I want to support this guy and not getting any free cake. Believe me, I'm paying a lot for this cake. It's at Damon and Roscoe. It's called Brick and Cake. It is the best chocolate cake I have ever had in my life. It's my buddy Ernesto. He's Dominican, and he makes like a Dominican-inspired chocolate cake.
Dominican, stop it.
Dude. So, but anyway, I'm like
Wait a
taking out
minute,
a small
Dominican?
mortgage for this cake habit.
You haven't told me this.
She's getting 5 pieces of cake, 6 pieces of cake a week. Every
Like that?
night. And
Like
I'm trying to watch brick and cake on Roscoe and Damon. And I'm trying to watch myself, and it smells. It's like like in the cartoons where like
the thing goes
Tom
like
and
this?
Jerry or somebody is following a scent. It's killing me.
That's not the whole 30.
He makes pastillas too.
He makes pasteles?
Mm-hmm. He makes cupcakes, pasteles. He makes croissants.
He makes croissants.
Pastelitos, he calls them. They're little pasteles.
Do they have guava?
Different kinds I haven't had them yet. They were trying to pawn some off on me the other day. They wanted me to try them. I said, fellas, I can't do it today, Ernesto. I started my cleanse today. I'll come back in 30 days.
And like a good Dominican, he went,
You're
what?
You're so skinny. I'm like, I'm not doing it. You're not going to tempt me. Oh, do you like carrot cake? Some people hate it. I love it.
I don't like it. I really like the one from Hub 51 from the Melmans. They make the ones that their mom has always made for them.
All right. Well, this guy
at the restaurant.
Carrot cake too. Tres leches. You like the tres leches?
I love it.
He makes a tres leches and a coconut flan every day.
How have you hidden this from me?
I haven't seen you.
It's true.
And whenever we text, we're complaining about something. So this kind of stuff doesn't come up. We're bitching about something all the time.
That's why I invited you today. Do you have to go to bed?
Is the Capitol still there? Or
the Capitol's still there, and there's a lot of standing around. You want to say hello to Pat?
Who's this?
Come here. My dog.
Oh, Alex? What's up, man? What are you showing me? I can't see.
What are you showing? Showing higher. Show it higher.
Oh, did you make that yourself, or is that a?
No, we purchased that in the airport. Every time we need to entertain them, we spend $11 on that airplane. You know, when the
don't you have an iPad? That's way more entertaining than a.
Yeah, he has an iPad.
I have an iPad.
But he does both things.
So he's watching a show and he's doing this.
And he's playing. That's his generation, where he has it as background noise and then he plays.
God love you.
Amelia's generation is completely focused on the iPad.
Too much.
Too much.
That's too much. You gotta go outside and play.
Yeah. And este frío.
Mindfulness. You meditate, you sit there, zone out everything.
Do you meditate? Do you meditate, Alex?
Do some breath exercises.
Some yoga.
Sometimes because I actually do because
Why do you talk like that when you go to camera? Move.
Alexis, believe me, you're gonna wish you did yoga when you're my age.
He just sat there and went like this. One thing I wanted to tell you, and I forgot because I got interrupted. Oh, Pat, what is this thing that you get to go to the playoffs, but you didn't win?
What do you mean?
You know how the Bears are getting to go to the playoffs, but they didn't win their game.
Well, I mean, you don't have to win all your games to get into the playoffs. It's not how it works.
That's so Chicago. That is so Chicago.
That's not so Chicago. That's so the rules of
like this is how we get a trophy. Okay.
There's two people that get the buys. It's the Chiefs and the Packers because they're both the best teams in the league, but mostly the other teams a couple of teams would get it, but actually they don't. And also the Bears, I think, is because they would have won, or it's because they would have been one of the teams that was going to make it to the playoffs.
I don't know.
Does this kid know what I do for a living?
Yes, he does know what you do for a living.
I know who gets the buys.
No, he wants to know what you're saying. Pat knows that he knows. He says that he knows that already. Say something. Bye. They love you so much. I mentioned your name and they're like, "Ding!" And I'm like,
Yeah.
no, not for you.
I'm the king of the kids.
Wait, before I say goodbye,
Yeah.
the Washington football team is going to the playoff to the losing record. That doesn't make any sense.
That's it. Yeah, that's a terrible, terrible division.
I like this. What is your favorite Italian food, Pat?
I can answer Puerto Rican food too.
I know what you're going to say.
Mofongo, 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 mofongo. It's just a fun word to say. It's so easy to mess up, and that's why I love it. It's dangerous every time you say it. What is I don't have a single favorite Italian food. I can't narrow it down. I got to tell you, I'm loving what I made the other night, the amatriciana sauce, and I love a good cacio e pepe. Just a nice spaghetti #2 with some cheese and black pepper. So simple, but it's so damn good. And I love a good chicken parm. That's a very, Italian American. Nobody's ordering that in Italy.
No.
But damn it, is that delicious.
Puerto Rican food, I like bistec, which is like fancy, like fried steak, and rice and white beans with tostones.
Very, very plain. Very simple.
This is what my mother made us, and that's what I love.
That's the best. The simplest stuff done best. That's all I need. 4 ingredients.
I get cravings of like a certain way we do salted codfish for Easter, but the heavy food, I didn't grow up eating the heavy food every day. So my mom would make spaghetti and meat sauce from ragu, she was a 1970s mom for sure.
There really is no healthy Puerto Rican food. When I went there,
not good.
Yeah, not good. Like everything was fried rice. It was wonderful. It was marvelous.
And we don't mofongo. Sounds like a curse word. You mofongo? Yes, it does. Listen, Pat, one thing I was going to tell you is when we go to Puerto Rico, we eat. What did you just do?
I don't know. Hold on. Something happened here. I'm back. Sorry.
There. So when we go to Puerto Rico, the night, and this is going to sound really bougie, but the night before we go there, we have either pizza or sushi. Yeah. And when we come back, we have either pizza or sushi. Because if we go for a holiday, we're not going to see a green or a green vegetable or a leaf or something that is not fried for about a week.
So why don't you eat like a salad? Wouldn't that make the most sense?
When? Over there or here?
No, before you leave. Instead of
No, I'll have my salad or I'll have, I'll eat all that stuff because I know at home a salad is like lettuce and tomato. Yeah.
Yeah. No, parents don't really care about your diet.
No, not in the holidays for sure.
All right, what's going on back there?
I have children. They're getting unruly, and this is the part where my parents will say, "Ese niño is 7 years old, and he should know his place."
Yeah.
But his mother is drinking while talking to her friends.
On a Wednesday.
The resolution was not to drink on a weekday. Steve, your son.
Well, doesn't that kind of defeat the whole purpose of this segment?
That's what I'm telling. Well, then maybe not drink until Wednesday.
Okay. That is a big glass. Go ahead. Put it all down, Mama.
My therapist said that he's Argentinian, that red wine is medicinal.
You're damn right it is.
All right. We're going to say goodbye because you got to go to bed.
Not bed.
You don't have to go to bed?
No, Mike D'Angelo, I'm not working tomorrow. I got to take my dog for potential ACL surgery because this is my life right now.
That dog has issues.
Yeah. You're telling me I said, should I pay for the surgery or just buy 25 new dogs? Because it would cost about the same amount. It's like I'm paying tuition at junior college for a ACL surgery. This dog, let me tell you something.
Yes.
This dog better win an agility contest, a pier jumping contest, something. She better win best in show, a medal, a coloring contest. I don't care what she's got to win, but I'm making a hell of an investment. I'm moving in 6 months. I got to buy furniture. This is gonna downgrade.
Where are you moving?
I didn't tell you that.
No.
We're moving somewhere else in the city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I thought I told you.
Where I can pick you up and drop you off for your next colonoscopy?
Yeah, it's not that far away.
Okay.
Yeah, a little 5 extra minutes. That's fine.
Okay, good. I can handle that. To a house?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're making Dean Richards money.
Well, you know, I thought it's the middle of a pandemic and an economic downturn. Boy, this would be a good time to buy the most important thing a human being can do.
Here we go. Here we go. Yep.
Let's live on the edge.
Why not?
Well, it's very exciting. We're very blessed.
Good. I'm very happy that you're moving into a house because you're done with dealing with the condo board and all that.
He's going to be the president of the house.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be the president of the house, Steve. He's going to walk in his underwear everywhere and scared.
I'm gonna hold meetings and make my wife and dog come to them. We got a lot of rules we got to enforce in this HOA. So you put garbage in the recycling. It's not where it goes.
Yeah.
And I heard you making noise upstairs.
Yeah. Like call her on her cell phone and be like, could you keep it down?
I think maniacs.
So wait, you wasted all the money soundproofing that.
No, I'm not. I just bought it's hacks. I bought like moving blankets and stands and sound absorbing stuff.
Okay. Well, Patricio, thank you so much for being with me.
You're very welcome. It was my
love
pleasure.
I appreciate it. Thank you for helping us all forget the crap that's going on. Sweary Mary said that she'll buy your condo.
Oh, yeah?
Sweary Mary is constantly looking at real estate and never pulls the plug. So I wouldn't go for Sweary Mary.
Sweary Mary, hit me up. My neighbors are fantastic. I was lying the whole time. You would love. I would give you this condo for free just to watch Sweary Mary at one of these HOA meetings. I'd wait outside on the street for her to throw somebody through a window.
She's
that
a delicate.
Would be worth eating the cost of this condo.
Have a good night, babe.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So there you have it. I needed someone like my Pat to get me through this craziness that you see over there. I'm a news hound. I still love to watch that stuff, but I don't like that it's happening. I hope that you all have a peaceful night. Serve yourself another glass of red wine because my therapist says it's medicinal. And I'm going with that. I'm sticking to that story. Thank you for joining us tonight. I apologize that my dear David Begnaud couldn't join us, but of course, duty calls, and I totally get that. And I appreciate that he said yes in the first place. And we'll see you next week. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave us a message.
Leave you a comment.